It's been nigh about 20 years since them Couillon fool done broke magic, and the world ain't been right since. Monstre effrayant from them other worlds running round, terrorisé. And down in the bayou, in that there gris water, there's some kind of evil. C'est une sorte de démon maléfique. So beware, my friends. Go carefully. Attention, mes amis, allez-y, pro démon. Else that murky water gonna lead you to the grave. So come with us as we go on another fool's quest. Oh, de trouble.
Well, the brand new season, and it's going to be exciting. Boy, I don't know how to start. Let's start. Why don't you guys tell a little bit about your characters, and I'll tell a little about the town where you guys are starting, and then we'll get into things.
Do we want to roll a d20 for it to figure out who goes first?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
Let's roll initiative. Rolling initiative.
Oh my god, I got a 20, so I guess I'm going first anyway.
Well, look, yeah, let's go ahead and get that nat 20 out of the way there. I got a 2. I got a 9.
I got a rock.
My character's name is Rengaw Truk, but he goes by Ren. He is a Eladrin elf, and I'm not gonna, I guess, talk about his class and stuff quite yet, because that will, I guess, come into play later. So he is an elf. He does have some magic abilities. He also has bluish purplish skin. I don't know. I'm colorblind. So it's like a dark blue, right? He's got darker, like midnight colored hair as well. And yeah, he is very prone to teleporting around as he sees fit. Is that good? Do we need to know why I'm in this town?
So you're Nightcrawler. Awesome.
I am Nightcrawler.
Yes. I love it.
Yep.
100% Nightcrawler.
I so love it.
Yeah, why'd you come to town here?
Okay. So because my character has some magic abilities, he was headed toward one of the academies that are out there. And while he was on his way, he came across some disturbing news that made him rethink going to the admission of the school. And he deviated from his path to the academy and went to the next town in the opposite direction of the academy. And at this point, he's chilling, trying to figure out exactly what he's going to do with his life now that he's not going to be... in his youth, he was training to be a scribe. That stopped once he learned he had magic abilities, and now he's not going to the academy, so he's like, all right, well, what am I going to do with myself? And so he's sitting there enjoying a cold beverage and contemplating his life.
All right. What were you guys' initiative rolls? 2.
I got a 9.
So, Mike, let's hear it.
I am playing Pilsner Altbier.
Wait a minute.
The son of Ingvald Porter Altbier and Samantha, the adoptive mom of Tim and Terry. So spent his youth kind of growing up in Rilius. Nothing real flashy there. Occasionally, his Uncle Thaddeus would drop by for a visit on his way through, and he was always prone to tell him stories or bring him little trinkets here and there. But somewhere along the line, something fishy happened that will reveal itself a little bit later. Right. I don't want to throw any spoilers out there yet, because that'll be fun.
The suspense is killing me.
But his dad's been very busy with his own business and his entrepreneurial things with the beer market. And Pilsner, he's not quite the entrepreneur his dad is, but he's more of a little wild cannon. And he just said, okay, I'm done with Rilius. I need to find something different to do. So he's been skirting from Rilius down through around Gaydon area, and found a love of the beaches, and he's been hopping the beaches all the way down and ended up just north of where the swamps are, where he heard that his dad's old buddy Michelangelo came from. So he's like, well, maybe I'll go see if I can see a turtle.
Nice.
So he's just been hopping the beaches all the way down north of that whole boggy area.
Nice. Probably learned to surf and everything.
Yes, he loves the water.
All right.
It's odd for a dwarf.
So, Jesse, how about you? What you got?
I am playing Elmer. Elmer is an older goblin in his twilight years, I suppose. He is mostly just a hermit. He kind of stays outside of the cities. He's not a huge fan of other people. Makes his living selling snake oil and various other potions that he cobbles together out of leaves and thinks probably works.
Who knows?
Hey, it's your mud pie.
They keep coming back. It can't be that bad, I guess. Well,
Tasty mud pie.
So, I'm in town just selling wares as usual. I come in every once in a while, drum up some new business. Oftentimes my business doesn't live long. Unrelated.
Surely unrelated. All right, so the town in question is called Runoff. It's a small town. It's built in a slow-moving bayou, just a swamp with a current. The town's built among the cypress trees. There's this part of the swamp. The trees are close enough together that the roots have kind of woven a mat that's sturdy enough to walk and even build on. Although it's broken up here and in there by parts of swamp, which are crossed usually by rope bridges or the occasional just wooden bridge if it's a short enough gap. And almost everyone in town owns a boat, a canoe, or a flat-bottom rowboat, something with a real shallow draft, because swamp. Just about monthly, there's a merchant barge that comes through. It comes from Crossan to the south, brings, general trade goods and things people will need to survive. The people in Runoff trade generally like smoked seafood and fish and things like that, as well as hides and just stuff they can get in the swamp. It's a pretty rough kind of living in Runoff, sort of a frontier type living. But the people are hardy and they typically stick together, help each other out with things, and well, they've managed to survive in this village for quite a while. The merchant barge is actually running a couple of days late. It was supposed to have arrived a couple of days ago, and the talk in the town just lately is, where could that be? The three of you find yourself in the tavern in town, which is, well, it's more of a boarding house, really. It's called Miss Hattie's. It does have a tavern on the lower floor, and then the upper floor are rentable rooms, which, travelers will stay in, or the occasional bachelor or fella who got kicked out by his wife or whatever. Miss Hattie herself is a elderly halfling lady. Very friendly, grandmotherly kind of lady. Makes sure everyone gets enough to eat, and then seconds. And anyway, three of you are there this fine morning, a little bit of a chilly morning, in Miss Hattie's. Elmer, you're in town selling some of your potions that you make, which...
Oh, there were more quotations around that word than there needed to be.
Yes, there were. Which, you have some skills and some knowledge, so I'm sure you can make some basic curative salves and things like that for burns or poison ivy.
True.
You're pretty much sold out of the stock that you brought with you, which was not a whole lot, but just kind of hanging out, waiting to see if anything interesting comes on the merchant barge while you're in town. Ren, you're sort of, just planning your next move here, right? Kind of laying low?
Yeah. I got a little bit of gold that I had planned to take with me to the academy, but not a lot because the academy would have paid for everything. So I'm on a strict budget and trying to figure out what to do.
All right. And Pilsner is up to the eyeballs in turtles. The town actually has a pretty good sized turtle population, as they're pretty at home in the swamp.
Awesome.
You haven't managed to track down any of Michelangelo's family that you know of. You're not even sure he has any surviving family, but you asked around a little bit. No one in town's heard of him, but you're sure he came from somewhere around here. But 3 a year down in the pub area of the inn, and Miss Hattie comes in and, you boys, thank God there's someone in here. I knew there'd be someone in here this early, but I was worried. That merchant barge is late, right? Well, Owen and Bayou Bill went out yesterday to look for him, and I'm worried sick because, they're not back yet, and they should have been back yesterday, and that means they spent the night out there in the swamp, and anything could have happened in the swamp, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'd do if something happened to those two, if they were hurt or worse, and I'm just sure they need help, and we could reward you. You boys can go out there in the swamp and find them, right, and bring them on back.
Wow, that sounds fun.
Think of the reward. You guys can help them, right?
Yeah, sure.
Listen, I don't. Well, now I stay mostly in here. I don't know where they would have come, where they would have gone to, but I know that merchant barge comes from crossing, and maybe you head that way, or talk to Constable Pete, and he can tell you where to look. I don't know where they went though.
All right. Well, Miss Hattie, we would be honored to help you out.
Wild stallions.
He's a bit of a surfer dude.
I should be pretty familiar with the swamps around here.
Yeah, you live kind of on the outskirts of town here. Your little hut in the swamp. So yeah, you know your way around. You do a lot of foraging and just generally hanging out and about.
I have to get the ingredients for my potions.
Yes, of course. Make an intelligence check.
10.
10 is enough to know that there is a stream that's usually followed. So this is a bayou. It's the water's moving, but it's also almost like a delta. There's a lot of streams that split and come back together, and just generally clear areas where the water moves a little bit quicker, and they head to the ocean. There is one particular stream that goes almost a direct line from Crossin to Runoff. I mean, it's got lots of twists and turns, but you don't have to, portage or change streams or anything. It's pretty easy to follow. And that's the most likely route for him to take in.
Okay. Well, I think I might have an idea of where we could start looking for you, Miss Hattie. You said there's a reward for this?
Well, I'm sure there would be. I don't know how much. I can give you 50 each, and I bet Owen and Bayou Bill could probably pay the same each.
Sounds fantastic to me. We'll go see if we can find them for you.
It would just be a tremendous weight off my chest if you could. I'm just so worried.
Should we talk to Constable Pete first?
He might be able to tell you which way they headed. I don't know anything about it, but I know they were speaking to him about the missing barge, so he might know which way they headed.
I think we can talk to him before we go out. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So you head out of Miss Hattie's. Now, Constable Pete. So there's not like a sheriff's office or anything in town. It's just Constable Pete's house, and he's got a cage out back hanging from one of the cypress branches that he'll put drunks in once in a while.
Like an oubliette.
Yeah. It's Val Kilmer and Willow.
Yeah,
one of those.
Is anyone in it now, or
no? It's empty right now.
It can like tickle their feet and stuff.
he generally there's a couple of drunks around town, ne'er-do-wells, and generally if they're causing trouble, he'll toss them in there overnight till they sober up or something like that. But it's not anything that's used regularly.
I teleport in there really quick, and I'm like, look at me, I'm a bad person.
Bam.
I teleport back out.
Wow, that's a cool trick, bro.
Constable Pete's sitting out on the porch. He's sitting on a rocking chair, drinking his morning cup of tea. Oh, can I help you boys this morning?
Miss Hattie has enlisted our aid to track down a couple of gents that were out looking around and for the barge that should be here but isn't.
Oh, Owen and Bill ain't back yet.
Yeah, those bros.
Well, I'll tell you, the barge usually comes up from crossing. I know I was talking to Bill yesterday, and really, it's one stream that they always take. He said they were going to go on upstream a ways and see if they could find hide or hair of the barge and, well, find out what's holding them up. I hope you boys can find them, but if you do, watch out for whatever's held them up and don't let it do the same to you. Swamp ain't safe these days.
Right. Well, we got little fella here. He's been around here a bit, so I think he can help us out there. And the blue dude's got some cool tricks he can do, so I think we're good.
Yeah, I've seen you around. Well, you guys be careful out there. But yeah, I'd say they probably went north up that stream right there.
Rockin'.
That's enough of that. Let's go on the stream.
All right.
Why, yes, let's follow the stream north.
All right. So, Ren and Pilsner, you guys are both, you're not townies. So transportation's a little tough. Luckily, you got Elmer along. Elmer, you got a nice flat bottom rowboat. It seats about 4 people usually. You could probably squeeze 5 in if you find those guys and they need a lift.
Yeah, I'll make it work.
Yeah, it'll work. Anyway, you head up to the north. A lot of times it's easier to just push the boats along with poles because the water's so shallow in the swamp. So your oars are mostly just sitting on the bottom of the boat. You guys are pulling it along. You are ready to head out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
What, do we miss a chance to go shopping?
no. There is no shopping.
Okay.
That's when you get back. The merchants haven't come. So
Right, we got to go find the shop. Got it.
yeah, you got to go to them. So it's a little chilly today. The fog's kind of thick over the swamp, and it's that layered kind of fog, that layered fog that hangs in a few distinct layers, and you can kind of see between them here and there. That sort of fog, shifting and blowing around a little bit, but not too much. It's pretty still. The fog gives sort of an eerie hush to the swamp. And wildlife noises are a little bit muffled, and the water noises lapping against the boat are the only thing you can hear real clearly. Everything else has just got that muffled feel to it. But you're pushing the boat along up the stream for a ways, and why don't you guys make perception checks? Or anyone proficient in survival? I suppose you'd probably be looking for signs of passage.
Oh, why, yes, I am.
You can make a survival.
I got.
Oh, hell yeah. Net 20.
Oh shit! Yeah, I got a flaccid 20 for my perception too.
Comes to 24.
Hell yeah!
I got 5.
Booyah.
Look, the fog is harder down here, all right?
You're rowing the boat or pushing,
Yeah.
or pulling.
You're pushing the boat around a rock, or it's probably a stump. It's a swamp. They're not too rocky. There's a big stump sticking up. You're trying to guide the boat around that. But you two guys, you both hear a voice a little bit distant in the fog. You can't see where it's coming from, but hear a guy. Yeah, I think they're still down there. I don't want to climb out and find out. Why don't you throw another one of them rocks down at them?
Bro, did you hear that? Sounds like there's somebody talking over there.
You hear kind of a wet thump, like a rock hitting some mud. And then there's a very loud sound. You can't see what it is, though, because of the fog. As well as sort of almost a buzzing, insectile-sounding voice. But it's quiet. You can't quite make out the words.
Weird.
Yeah, I guess they're still down there. Yeah, we just gonna wait a little longer. Don't know why you had to pick this island anyway.
I don't think I like them.
Who's it?
What are they doing?
It sounds like they're throwing things at the water or at us.
So the voices seem to be coming from an island off to the left. Going south. East side of the stream. Okay. I had to orient myself. Off to the east side of the stream. And, the swamp it's a lot of water, but there's the occasional muddy island or mat of roots or things like that. And usually they're covered with like ferns and tall grasses and stuff.
Now, from where we're at, does it look like there's a place that we could like come ashore and like make landfall to wherever they are at?
Yes. As you pull the boat over closer to the island, you can actually see a boat pulled up onto the beach there. It's, flat bottom rowboat, very similar to the one that you're in, and they just looks like they pulled it up there so it wouldn't float away.
Are there people in that boat, or no? It's empty.
The boat is empty.
I'm gonna poof from our boat over to that boat and see if I can get an idea of like what type of people were. Like, would this be like Bill and Owen's boat or somebody else's boat? Maybe.
You poof over there. You poof. And it actually says Owen's Fishery on the side of the boat.
Okay, so they can see it. I'll wave them over toward the boat, but I'll try not to make any sounds.
Dude, what you got, man?
You guys are whispering and trying to be...
Yeah.
I'm going to push the way over there.
Roll me stealth checks real quick.
Hey, 17. I'm on fire tonight.
It was on an 18, and then it kind
7.
of kicked over to a 2.
7.
So I got a 4 total.
A 4. All right. As you guys are pulling the boat over to the island, Ren's silent. He's doing a whole interpretive dance without making a single noise. It's amazing. You guys get the boat over there, but as Pilsner, as you hop out of the boat, there's a real loud splash to pull it up on shore. Water was just a little bit lower from the boat than you thought it was. You thought you were going to lower yourself slowly, but drop that last couple inches. Pretty big splash. And you hear that same voice, "Hey, who's out there?"
Oh, Buggies, man. I thought it was shallow.
Who's out there, y'all? You'll be careful now.
What? No, who's up there?
Well, it's Bio Bill.
Just the man I'm looking for.
Oh, dude, it's them.
I know someone send someone eventually. Listen, y'all, we up this tree over here. You still can't really see him in the fog because just maybe 8 feet high, there's just a real dense layer of it. And then when you climb up onto the island, though, you can see pretty clear for a ways, and you can tell what tree they're up. It's the biggest one there. Big swamp oak, kind of gnarly and twisty.
Bayou Bill, is Owen with you?
Yeah, he's here.
Why are you two up a tree?
Oh.
Initiative.
I gotta organize these a little better. Oh, y'all better look out there. There's crawdads buried in this tree. Boy, they hungry enough they like to eat a skunk.
Oh. What'd you just say?
Boy, I said these mud bugs buried here, they gonna eat you up. You come too close.
I think he's trying to say words, but it's not. All right,
Bro, so you're like saying there's some big bugs down here?
There's a couple of them. They bury themselves beneath this here tree. They're waiting for us to come back down.
Wow,
waiting for Sam and Ants to come along.
So like we squash the bugs and you come on down, right?
Yeah, you guys be careful squashing bugs. You think you can take some crawdads?
Shit, ain't nothing.
And I unsheathed my battle axe.
All right, you guys are still at the shore, right? This tree is probably about 60 feet away on this island. Not quite in the middle of it, but pretty close. And you can see near the base of the tree, the mud's all a little churned up. There.
Oh, man, the bro said they were dug in like clams.
I don't know what crawdads and mud bugs are.
I should have some idea, probably, right? I live around here.
You live around here. The swamp's been a little weird lately.
Oh.
you are familiar with the term crawdads, but you usually think of them as, tiny little lobsters, maybe as long as your hand.
Yeah, they're generally just food, right? All right.
Good bait.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go look for these crawdads.
Yeah. Well, Pilsner's kind of a meathead, so he's just tromping in there and looking like he's going to plant a battle axe in a disruffled spot on the ground.
All right, you tromp up. You get about 20 feet from the tree, and you roll for initiative.
Ooh-wee, sacrilege, chef. These gumbo yaya down here in the bayou, c'est très magnifique. We're gonna take a quick break to grab us some pralines and maybe dress us up a muffalata. Whew, and a lot of it is. Woo! Y'all hold on tight. We're gonna be right back after this. See, chef? I told you we'd be right back. Time to get back to the amusement. Laissez les bons temps rouler. Let them good times roll.
All right, you tromp up. You get about 20 feet from the tree, and you roll for initiative as two enormous crayfish burst out of the mud, about the size of a horse body-wise. Obviously much lower, only maybe waist-high at the shoulders or whatever they have. But thorax?
So 17.
22.
Not 20 wasted on initiative.
That's 3 so far.
All right.
Yeah, so that's a 22 for initiative for me.
Hell yeah.
Hey, we're tied.
Are we?
22, 22. What's your, you're probably the higher. what's
Plus
your-
3 decks.
Yeah, plus 2 for me.
So, it's going to be Jesse, and then Nico, and then Mike, and then the mud bugs, which have just burst out of the ground. And as I said, they are quite large crayfish.
That's a big-ass crayfish.
Jesse, you are up. These things are about, let's see, Mike, you were out in front, and they burst up, and you got within 15 feet of them, and where was Ren at? Was he still hanging out at the boat there,
He was following them.
following along? So
Yeah.
we'll say you guys are probably about 30 feet from him.
He wasn't like right next to Pilsner while he was trunching up, making a bunch of noise through, but he was following them toward the tree.
I'm going to look over at Pilsner and be like, well, you seem great at squashing bugs. I'm going to slap him in large.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow, dude!
And when I do that, I'm going to sneeze and lightning's going to shoot out. I'm going to shoot back 10 feet.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened, but I'm liking it.
All right, and then it's Ren's turn, Nico.
All right, I'm within 30 feet and I can see the bugs.
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to make like a ball of energy in my hands and then say, I cast night crawlers, and I shoot infestation at them, which actually does not cast night crawlers, but a swarm of mites starts to surround the one closest to me, and I need a DC 13 Constitution save.
That's
13 con. Well, that's only a 9.
Okay, so it does 1d6 damage, so it does only 2 damage. So so it's mites, not night crawlers. They failed the thing, so they got 2 poison damage, and it moves in 5 feet in a random direction. Roll a d4, 1 for north, 2 for south, 3 for east, 4 for west.
That's a 4. That was west.
Yep, so it moves west.
That's going to push it right into that tree.
Okay, alright. Well, it's backed up into a tree.
Yes.
And that is my turn.
You cast that, and that insectile sort of buzzing voice that you heard as it takes the poison damage. You said how much poison damage? I'm sorry, 2?
Only 2, yeah.
As it takes the poison damage, that insectile buzzing voice, it turns and looks towards you, and its weird little fingery pedipalps on its mouth open up, and it says,
Did you know your pupils are the last part to stop working when you die? They lie with it.
and you take 2 psychic damage as it makes a crawdad joke.
I will say, I did know that. You said 2 damage? 2 psychic damage?
2 psychic damage. All right. And Pilsner.
All right. So
take a giant turn.
yes.
I am huge.
Actually, I'm just large. So, so I will take my large great axe and chop some heads, bro.
All right. Make your attack roll.
Roll it, baby, roll it. Roll it, roll it, roll it. That's a 15.
15 is what you need. Now, are you taking the same one that Nico poisoned, and that just made that?
Was that the same one that was right in front of me when it burst out of the ground?
It was the one that was closest, but it got pushed back by his spell.
Okay.
So
Well, whichever one's closer at that point.
okay. So it'd be the other one.
The other one, yeah. Oh, Jesus. That's a 13 damage. Slashing.
13 damage.
Yes.
Pretty good. It
That's a great axe D12 plus strength bonus.
flinches
Plus a
back,
D4.
and it's oozing some
Plus
some,
a D4.
Oh, plus a D4 for enlarge.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're a big boy.
Ooh, 1.
That's right.
It flinches back, and it's oozing some
Gotta get used to this extra relief.
and it says
That's what she said.
What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated.
and you take 2 damage. Psychic.
Sophisticated.
I'm about finished with this.
You know, if we drag this fight on long enough, he has to run out, right?
Oh no! I have
He has the internet. My man.
Now, it's the crawdad's turn.
Oh, they're there.
The first one is going to attack Pilsner. What's your armor class?
Armor class 16.
Okay, it's going to miss with both because that's a 12 and a 10.
Whoa, dude, check out these dance moves.
Yeah, you also do an interpretive dance, but this one avoiding giant crayfish claws.
I learned this one from a hula dancer in Mali, bro.
The other one also charges up to you and attacks with its big old pinchers.
Whoa, bro.
And that's going to be 1 hit for 3 damage. And you are grappled.
Ow.
He's going to grapple the large guy.
Yes. He's got me by the toe. That's going to hurt. It's going to piss me off.
You will have an advantage on checks, too, from enlarge.
Yeah, you're not restrained either, so just grappled.
Okay.
But that takes us back to the top of the initiative. Jesse, it is.
So now, doesn't enlarge give me bonuses for grappling?
That's what I was saying. It gives you advantage on any strength check.
Nice.
Is there like rocks or anything firm around me? Something hard?
Bro, don't make it easy on us.
I stand by it.
If there wasn't one before, there's something hard now.
There's not many rocks or anything in the swamp. It's all pretty muddy and
Okay.
squishy, but
I'm just gonna.
Owen's boat is not far from you.
I'm just trying to find something like around 5 pounds to catapult at him, mostly. Something small and heavy. 1 to 5 pounds. I will just try and shoot at him with a crossbow.
There's a tackle box in the boat that'd be about 5 pounds.
Oh, yeah, I'll throw a tackle box. Why not? That seems fitting.
All right.
And if it's open, that could get interesting.
At which one? See, number 1 is the one that
The one that's closest, that's grappling, probably.
the one that's grappling is
Yeah.
number 1.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll throw it at him, and it's a dex save.
Oh, save.
Dexterity 12.
No, that hits. Or I mean, fails to save.
So he and the tackle box will both take 3d8 damage.
All right.
I don't think the tackle box is going to make it.
12 damage.
12 damage. And the tackle box explodes all over. There's bobbers and lures just everywhere.
It's just a hook hanging.
Covered in treble hooks.
yeah.
You're grappled with him. This might not have been great for you either.
Ow!
He's got a fake minnow through your ear.
It's like wrestling a cactus, bro.
He's got your ear pierced. It's fine. All right.
Ow!
Yeah, you launch that tackle box at him, and it just shatters, and
Oh,
lures and bobbers fly everywhere.
and at the same time, I sneeze and shoot back.
Well, of course.
Oh, that's not contagious, dude.
We're back.
Probably
to
not, I think.
Ren.
All right, I'm gonna get up. Well, I'm gonna cast first, and then I'm gonna move up closer to them to try and get in the melee on it. But I'm gonna cast Infestation again on the one that's not attached to Pilsner, and I'm gonna say Nightcrawler as I cast.
That was a con save, right?
Yep, Constitution 13, and these are a bunch of fleas that start buzzing around now.
That's a 19.
Oh, all right. Well, so no poison damage, but I do draw my knives as I get closer from my sheaths.
All right. Oh,
Oh, are they?
I skipped a step there.
Yeah.
Retcon.
Yeah, we're gonna retcon that because
We'll have to splice it in.
Elmer heard it. So that thing said,
What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing, it just waved.
and you took 2 psychic damage.
I love it.
Yes. Well, it's your turn again. You are currently held in the large claw of this large
Well, no.
crayfish, although it's not
Well, no.
holding you up because
Does he have me or do I have him?
a little of both.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, since we're already in grapple mode, I will go for the grapple and throw him toward the other that's by the tree.
Okay.
So that's a opposed strength,
That would be an opposed strength, yes.
and he has disadvantage, or do I have advantage?
You have advantage on
You have
strength.
advantage on strength checks and strength throwing,
Okay.
saving throws.
So the first one is a 11. So let's try the second one.
11 actually does it. I only got a 9.
Okay, that's a 22.
However,
Bro,
Yeah,
no,
22
your
is pretty
claw
good.
goes here.
yeah,
And you go where?
Yeah, it's got its claw, wrapped around your torso a little bit, but yeah, you just shove that thing open, and I think we're gonna do that in 2 parts because you want to throw it at the other one. Make your attack roll.
14 plus 2, 16.
16 will do it. So they're both gonna take 2d8 damage plus your strength mod.
11 plus 2 for strength, right?
Yep. 13 to each of them, which they don't particularly like.
Oh, wow. Dude, bro, I feel like really strong like this. This is gnarly.
He's a very large dwarf.
And then at the same time, they both start buzzing at you. When one says,
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Can I use the reaction to, stick my fingers in my ear and go, la, 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 la?
"You cannot." Damn. Both hands on the X.
Fair.
The other one says,
How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it!
and you take 4 psychic damage.
How much from the first one?
2 from each of them.
Okay.
They are not looking thrilled, but it's their turns now, so they're going to disentangle each other, and they're both going to approach you, Pilsner, and attack. And the first one's going to miss with both his claws.
Come at me, bro.
Can't touch this.
Again, dance out of the way. This is the one you just threw, so he's still a little loopy.
Ah, see, I can see like your many eyes are all still crossed.
The second one was a 9 and an 11, so that's also going to miss.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's clacky as those claws snap together at you, but you're quick enough, even in your enlarged state, to move your whole giant body out of the way.
All right, kind of getting the hang of this, bro.
And Jesse, it's back to your turn.
Nothing else small on their boat that I can throw at him?
Nothing else. That'd be
The oars?
the oars. The oars would probably be about. I think those. I don't know how much do oars weigh. These would be wooden oars. I feel like they'd be heavier than 5 pounds. We'll call them 5 pounds.
No.
We'll say you can check an oar.
I'll throw an oar at him for the fun of it.
Chuck a seat cushion at him.
It's going to be a dexterity save of 12 again.
That's 8.
All right, so that's 3d8 to both him and the oar.
Ouch.
14 damage.
14.
And once again, I sneeze and shoot back to Oliver. Yes. I'm running out of places to go. I'm just going to end up wet if we don't finish this soon.
Now, is that a thing that has to happen every time you cast a spell, or is that a thing that you just...
That's a thing that I can do.
Oh, I was just curious about that. About the mechanic.
It's a bonus action anytime I cast a level 1 spell or higher, but
Oh, nice.
I'm just always going to do it, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, right? I mean, you're allergic to magic.
Fair.
All right, yeah, that's... that oar makes a pretty solid impact with it and smashes a couple of the legs on one side and seems to have cracked the carapace of it. It's not looking well. Nico, it is your turn.
Okay, so I am up there within melee range of them now, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to run up to the first one, and I'm going to cast Sword Burst, but I want to, put my hands out and say, I cast Blades! And I need a DC 13 Dexterity save.
All right, this is the one that just got smacked with the oar?
Yeah.
That's 20 on the dex save.
Damn.
I know, my dice don't like you. They're fine with those guys.
Yeah, it's only a 12 save. You haven't made it yet for me.
Yeah, it saves. You cast a spell. What does the spell look like?
So this is just some spectral blades that are the same color, like that dark purple-y thing that come out and start spinning around me. And yeah, they're like swords that are shooting out, and swords and daggers and different sizes. But yeah, they go out and they start swinging around and miss this thing.
Yeah, yep,
a bunch. Yep.
They certainly do.
But I look neat.
It does look awesome. There's, like dirt flies up and you cut some moss in half.
Yeah.
Like that. There's like that stringy, ropey moss that hangs from the trees and swamps. Like that stuff. You chopped it all down. It looks really neat and even now. You gave the trees bangs.
I screamed the whole time. I'm just like, Blade!
Blade! All right.
Nice.
And we're back to Pilsner.
All right. Are they both still like real close together?
They're one on each side of you.
One on each side of me. I'm just thinking whichever one is closer to Ren, if I can get to that one, that's the one I'll attack this round.
Yeah. They're like right up at you. It's just kind of...
Yeah. So I got a 7 on that.
Ha! You missed.
A 7 is not going to do it. And that's going to make it their turns. And they are both going to go... Well, you know what? That one's actually going to turn and attack Ren with his 2 claws. Ren, what's your armor class?
13.
That's going to be 1 hit. 9 damage. My dice really don't like you tonight.
Well, oh man. Yeah, I'm pretty beat up, so I'm going to do something that I was not planning on doing at all tonight, and I am going to cast a spell that's not a conjuration spell, and I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke, which does what?
I need a DC 13 Dexterity save.
No.
Okay. So, I, in sheer panic from taking a really big hit, point my finger at it and I say, Johnny Blaze! And out of nowhere, a magical chain made of hellfire lashes out from nowhere and smacks the thing in a Hellish Rebuke for 3d10 damage, which ends up being 15 points of damage.
Yeah, that hellish chain wraps around it and looks like it goes to, I don't know, maybe lift it up and slam it down, but instead it just snaps the thing right in half. Just the tail falls off. Thorax or whatever the other parts are called go the other way, and yeah, that one's dead.
Whoa.
Johnny Blaze. Well,
That was totally gnarly, dude.
I am very self-conscious, though, about casting a second school spell.
yeah, that's interesting. Now, both of you guys, we're gonna make that check after the fight. It's back to Mike's turn.
Okay, so we just got the one left.
Just the one left.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm going full tilt on him with the Great X.
Really?
And no, that's a big fat natural one.
God damn it!
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. You go to use the great axe and you slip in the mud and just a big whiff. But roll that again.
That's a 15.
All right, yeah, you just miss. You lose your balance a little bit, but you catch it. But then it's that crayfish's turn, and it's gonna snap them claws at you again. And that's gonna be a hit for 3 damage.
Oh, dude.
But you're grappled. And that's its turn, and Jesse, it is back to you.
All right. I don't want to throw the last door, so I'm just going to shoot at it with the crossbow. I'm running out of things. So I'll just shoot at it with a crossbow. It's a 9, so
That's not going to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, the crossbow just glances off one of its claws. It's got, that hard carapace of a crustacean.
Is it going to say things at me?
No, because you didn't hurt it.
Oh, only if you heard it.
Yeah. It's a retaliatory ability. Nico, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna go back to the thing that was successful once and cast Infestation. So I once again shout, Nightcrawler!
Nope.
And...
8.
Okay, all right, cool. So this time it's a bunch of mosquitoes that start swarming and stinging and biting and doing mosquito-y things, and it takes 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. And as it takes that damage, that buzzing voice says,
Why can't the nose be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a fort.
and you take 2 points of psychic damage.
I hate you.
It just chitters and buzzes.
Words hurt, Words hurt.
Yes, they do.
Literally.
And we are back to Pilsner.
Oh, bro. All right. So I won't do it. I was gonna check to see if we were starting to get a little upset about the whole situation, but after getting a face full of mud, but I think he'll maintain his composure at this time and take another swing with the axe. That's an 8. So.
Ooh, that's gonna miss.
It's official. You suck.
Oh, let go. I could hit you with my axe better if you let go, bro.
It's gonna make that attack with that grappling claw, though. Actually, you're grappling it too while you're grappled, right?
I would think so.
I feel like it's a grapple. You know what? Make your attack with advantage, because I feel like you're in the grapple. Neither of you is restrained. You're
14.
still there.
Fuck me in a ass. Fuck you, you stupid cunt. Monkey licking. Fuck that.
It's an unwieldy weapon. The crayfish, however, uses its claws, and one of them is a crit. Oh, well, it only gets to make the attack with the one, because it can only grapple a target with one claw at a time. Is on reading this? I don't know if that's right, but that's how we'll do it.
Sounds good.
But that's a crit, which 12 damage.
Good night.
As it just kind of clamps down a little tighter, and you're not able to wedge an arm in there or something to keep it loose. So it hurts. Jesse, it's your turn.
I'm going to try and shoot it with a crossbow.
Okay.
7.
7 misses. Another one just glances off the thorax. I bet it's a thorax. And Nico, you watch this thing squeeze Pilsner a little bit. You watch Elmer shoot it with crossbow bolts a couple of times, and they bounce off. But now it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to take out my daggers and actually go up and dagger it now.
I believe.
Which, that's a 15 to hit?
15 will do it.
Okay. That's 4 points of damage.
That's not happy about that. Even though it makes a jolly joke.
Why didn't the skeleton climb the mountain? It didn't have the guts.
As you take 2 points of psychic damage.
God damn it.
And Mike, it's back to you. This one that is giving you a big hug here.
Yeah. Well, that last hug really did the trick. So,
Bro, that is totally not cool, dude.
and I will enter rage.
All right.
I need to roll on the surge on that.
Yes.
And that is a D8. That's a 4. Magic infuses one weapon of your choice that you are holding until your rage ends. The weapon's damage type changes to force, and it gains the light and thrown properties with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. If the weapon leaves your hand, the weapon reappears in your hand at the end of the current turn. Sweet.
Nice.
So my great axe becomes a magical thrown weapon that returns to my hand.
It's also large enough.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes. So, since I'm basically grappled, I will go for a reversal on the grapple.
Like, not cool, bro.
All right. Give me that athletics check with advantage.
14.
That'll do it. You got a 10.
Nice. 5
Plus a D4? Or did you already roll that?
with another 3.
So 8 total?
So, yeah, 8.
8's what you needed.
Nice.
That's going to do it. So what's that look like?
All right. So, in enraged Kong style, I just grab this thing and pull it apart like Captain America ripping a log in half.
Nice.
And I'm just covered in crawdad.
Yeah.
Bro, you're officially dead.
Officially. As you tear it apart, it starts to buzz something that sounds like dog, and then it dies. Oh, you don't take any damage.
Nice.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.